one of the games was just, how old is Ian?
I never tell people because it's fun.
I've heard, because you've done comedy with everybody. Like you used to do comedy with Patrice, right?
Yeah.
Patrice.
But Patrice, Rogan.
Lenny Bruce. He's the only person who started with Lenny Bruce and started with Cam Patterson.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you in both eras?
I did comedy with Elvis. Y'all didn't know Elvis was a comic at first.
Wait a minute.
There's a picture of him in the back with Mark Twain. It's like, Dan, you got to go to the ground.
He used to bomb because nobody was going for this shit. Shit wasn't funny.
Hey, everybody, come watch me do stand-up. I will be headlining in Janesville, Wisconsin at the Comedy Cabin, March 7th and 8th. March 29th, I'll be in Fort Worth in the Red Room at Hyenas up there. And then April 24th, Deric and I will be co-headlining the La Jolla Comedy Store. And April 25th, we'll be headlining the Comedy Store in Hollywood. So come out and see us then.
Hey, everybody. Come see Deric do comedy. I will be in Tyler, Texas, February 15th. That's this Saturday. I will be in the Comedy Mothership with Brian Simpson. That is April 4, 5, and 6. And then April 24th, I will be at La Jolla Comedy Store co-headlining with my good friend here, Ehsan. April 25th at the Belly Room in Los Angeles with Ehsan. And then April 26th or 27th, we'll be doing somewhere in San Francisco or San Jose. We haven't nailed that down yet, but the moment we do, you guys will be the first to know. Then May 2nd and May 3rd, I will be headlining here in Austin, Texas at the Velveeta Room. And June 27th and June 28th, I will be doing Janesville, Wisconsin, the Comedy Cabin. Come on out. Come see your boy. More dates will be added soon. I'll have a daughter soon. Enjoy the show. You're a real piece of shit, Ehsan. Yeah, he's a real piece of work, dude. Yo, it's literally this morning, before we get arrested by the cops.
Again, didn't get arrested by the cops.
He literally, his mom was like, hey, you need to find a wife now before I die. And then 3 seconds later, whoop, whoop, whoop. And car smells like weed. This guy's fucking got no license plate, no registration. Literally, bro. The cop, bro, they searched us. It was crazy.
First of
bro.
all, they didn't search us. What are you talking about?
I see. He looked in the car. He looked around.
Yeah, of course.
It was a quick eyeball.
He saw
search.
he saw two minorities and was like, "Let me just do an eyeball check."
He saw you.
Yeah, he just taunting ICE.
He was taunting ICE, bro.
No, I know. Oh God, I'm so so my license plates got stolen off my car. And they took the screws and stuff. So I just got the screws yesterday. And so I didn't have the license plate on my car.
Who's they?
Whoever they is, probably. You know what? The Mexicans. We'll call them the Mexicans. I don't know. Someone's been. I will say someone has been fucking with at least my car on the 4th floor specifically. I can't park on the 4th floor of my complex anymore.
That doesn't make any sense, bro. There's literally in our building complex, you'll see Audis. There's a lot of Benzes. There's a lot of like really nice cars.
Yes. But my car has had my license plate stolen.
What type of car you got?
A Prius. License plate stolen and broken into.
That's probably Elon.
Wait, no.
Once you get a Tesla. This is Tesla country, baby.
It is do you like the Cybertruck? You ever see him?
I see him.
When you see him, I feel like they look uncomfortable on the road. Like they look uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not my shape of car. You know what I'm saying? It's got no ass.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. It does kind of look like one of those like a big girl with no ass and no tits. It's like all the fat's kind of in the center. It's like really weird.
It's not shaped like like how I like my car shaped. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that completely.
It's too long though. It's like long. Like you can't park it. There's no time. I feel like a car, the most important thing about a car is how quick can you parallel park it? I feel like that's number one.
Yeah, if you come from a city where parking is tough, you don't really want that.
You can't. I guess here they're not thinking like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But here's like all type of trucks. But I don't know. It's just I feel like it has a shape for advertising. You know what I mean? Like it's to catch the eye. But I don't know. Yeah. Is it really as tough? Remember when before they first came out, you used to hit it with the sledgehammer Are they real? Should we go outside and find one and test it?
That was a legendary video.
Yeah, and then if it's damaged, that's not our fault. You said you complained to Tesla. They should fix this because we shouldn't be able to break it.
That's a great point. You
know what I'm
should be able to vandalize Cybertrucks.
Yeah,
because that's the advertising.
yeah. And then if it breaks, then it wasn't our fault.
That's a good point. This is what they told us to do.
Yeah, they said it's unvandalized. We're just testing your truck for you.
Ian Edwards. Hey, yo, how much do you hate Ehsan, dude? Don't you just hate him?
I don't hate Hassan. I love hating Hassan.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
it's a fun pastime. You know what I'm saying? I love hating you in public in front of people.
Yeah, I like it too. It does hurt my feelings, but it also it's fun because I get it.
Yeah, you deserve it.
No,
You definitely deserve it.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
you gave him a ride and you got arrested this morning.
yeah.
bro.
And he's saying it's your fault.
I did get arrested this morning. That was crazy. Yo, do you remember you used to have, I don't know if you know this, Ian. Hassan used to have beef with you, dog.
I believe it.
He used to have hardcore beef with him.
What was the beef?
It was lot beef.
It was
when I was working the lot.
yeah.
I hated that.
Tell me what it was.
I hated that you wanted your keys. It irked me.
Yeah.
Because you were very like, I want to place it here, and I was like, no, Ian, there's a system in my head that I.
But I got a system too. And I had that system before you became a lot guy. And my system is I want the car there so I could just bounce.
Yeah, no. I do get that, but also with, like, you have to. Every time I worked a lot, it was always a mini panic attack for me. Because first of all, working at the comedy store, you're like a 20-year-old comic. You're not like an actual valet guy. And I don't know how to drive stick. I didn't know how to drive stick, so I'm working a lot. I can't drive like half the cars. And then so if anything fell out of that placement, I would lose my fucking mind. I would be like, I can't. How can I do this?
I get it. Based on your race, I could see where that would like affect. You know, like. Stereotypically, I understand that.
Yeah.
So I feel your pain. And also, if I was a lot guy, that would panic the shit out. Just, Doc used to crash all the cars. Like, how do you not have an accident?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if you remember this, but you were the first car that I dinged up. That was like my third day working the lot.
And then what did I do? Did I trip out on you?
No. You
So
didn't trip out.
you should have let me parked anywhere then. So why are you up on your third day and then now I want to park my car? He's pissed. He's like, no, I want to crash your car again. Please let me crash your car again.
No. I didn't crash your car because you had taken the keys and it was in a spot that I didn't know how to deal with yet. Like if this had happened like 2 years in, I would have been fine.
A spot that I didn't know how to deal with yet.
Yeah, I just didn't know how to deal with it.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I actually understand that.
Yeah, and so I crashed another car into it. I wasn't in your car.
Right, but still.
Yeah, it's involved.
Now I'm like, I want to park where I can't get hit and where I can just exit.
Yeah, I did because this again I didn't know you at that time really. I did appreciate the fact that you did not get mad at me. That was like
I remember that night.
Yeah, it was like a big moment. Like I have to tell Ian as a man that I crashed his car. I can't like get the managers to do it. Like I have to go up personally and tell you.
And what did I do?
You were like, okay.
A brief second of killing you. A brief thought of like, do I fucking kill this kid?
And I looked at it, right?
It wasn't. Your car wasn't that bad. It was just like a little scratch on the bumper. The other car I fucked up.
Who's the other car?
There was so Judah Friedlander had come in with a guy who was like the lead in Starship Troopers.
Hilarious.
And he got a brand new Mercedes. We're talking like maybe 100 miles off the lot.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Fucked up the side of it. And I ran into Judah years later in New York, and he was like, oh, that guy never cared. He never fixed the car. He just didn't give a shit. He was like that kind of guy.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
I probably didn't even fix my car for a minute, did I?
Probably not. It wasn't big enough that you would have to get.
Right.
It was literally just a scratch on your bumper.
But I do know who's taking your license plates now.
Yeah.
Judah said the guy didn't care. But he tracked you to Austin.
Yeah.
And he's been fucking with you on the 4th floor since.
Wait, you had the black Lexus? Was this the black Lexus?
This is the black Lexus.
Was it a stick?
No, his wasn't a stick. No.
Okay, I didn't think his was a stick. But I do remember that. That is funny that I remember that about you. Didn't you? But I didn't in mind because I knew. Oh, Ian wants his keys and he likes to be on the wall so he can leave.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
That's
hard.
Some handling it.
Especially, how dare you have beef? Like, I can understand. Listen, I can understand me being a pain in the ass about that because I get the line. But after you crashed on the third day and I was nice, you should have been like, whatever you want. You should have tipped me. How dare you?
Yo, I've only heard this from a side.
Yeah.
So hearing your side is like, whoa.
What a nice guy. I didn't even know I was that much of a nice guy. I've even forgot that you crashed my car.
As you were this whole time, you're like, fucking
Yeah.
Every time I work a lot, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Because I used to be like, damn, I don't think Hassan likes me.
I know we talked about that. So I was surprised you remembered that. But yes, you once or twice to be like, yo, what's up with your boy? Why you don't like me?
Because I said that to you. Did I say that to you?
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh.
And you knew it. You didn't tell me. I mean, he's your boy, so you can't tell me.
I was literally like, man, because it's also like I don't know if you would get it, and also, but hearing the whole side of it is crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
Hassan, you crazy. You crazy, man. You crazy. I was like, nah, it's fine. I didn't say fire him, nothing.
Yeah, why?
He could have said fire you. He could have.
Nothing.
You know what's so funny is while he was telling his side of the story, I was like, oh, I'm a crazy
Yeah, you crazy, bro. Because Hassan been giving me dirty looks for a decade now. A decade. Over some parking shit. And I'm like,
It was only when I worked a lot.
and I'm like, I guess everybody can't like everybody. I forgot he crashed my car.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo,
That's not with me crashing his car.
Damn, bro. I didn't know it was your third day either. Like, it's
Yeah.
so
My third
crazy.
day, one of those like, because I never asked to work a lot. I just was, they just like, you're working a lot now? And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that.
Which is scary. That's scary. That's the last job. But the funny thing is, like, I knew you didn't like me, but I was like, I probably did something. I can't remember what it is. Because I don't like to, like, blame other people. You know what I mean? But once you said it was your third day, I knew it was you. It wasn't me this time. Because normally if somebody doesn't like me, I can trace the problem back, and I'll realize maybe I said something.
Yeah.
You're always perfectly nice.
Yeah.
No, you were overly nice. So that was the problem.
You're always great.
Because we did a weekend together once at this improv in Palm Springs.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
And I was like, still doesn't like me. I was like, how do we do a weekend together? Me, him, and Jesus.
That's
remember
such a
that
good
weekend.
time.
That
Those
is
are 3 homies. That's crazy.
Still, son of a bitch.
Damn, bro. Oh, man, he told me yesterday it was so funny. Your relationship with Brian Simpson. It was so, because it was the most Brian
Your whole
shit
crew,
ever.
your whole crew is weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, dude. I don't know why they're fucking beefing with you.
The whole crew. So I'll say this now. It's like Brian, like I see Brian working at the store, and I'm like, I know this guy. And I walk by him. Even sometimes I say hi, nigga won't say hi back. He's just like his head down, headphones. He's at the door. Sometimes he's dozing off. I said, I know this guy. And then it was just bugging me. So like a few months in, I go up to Brian. I was like, hey, didn't you feature for me at the Madhouse in San Diego? And he's like, yeah. Like, straight up like, yeah. So I'm like, so you know me, right? Yeah. So how come you never say hi?
That's so funny.
He's like, I just thought you wouldn't remember me. I said, Brian, we hung out the whole weekend in San Diego. We talked before the show, in the green room, after the show. And I told you how funny you was. You told me you was in the military and all that. Like, I was like, is my mind playing tricks on me?
Didn't you say you told him to move? He's got to move to L.A.
Yeah, I might have even told him he got to move to L.A. And you moved to L.A.?
You know what's funny? He has told me a story where you told him he has to move to LA.
Then he moved to L.A. to the same club that I'm at. And he just acts like he doesn't know me. I changed this nigga's life. Changed his fucking life. And he's just like, wow.
People, we just hate you for being the nicest you could possibly be.
It's crazy. Both stories. It's like, oh, who am I hanging out with? Am I with psychopaths?
Y'all are crazy. Y'all are fucking crazy.
Yeah, like, it's like, wow, I'm clearly the bad guy.
Somebody's fucking with your cars because you did something to them.
Yeah.
You're being mean. Hassan.
Yeah, maybe this is all the comeuppance for me. Hey, being mad at Ian for a thing I could have really handled. Looking back on it, I got so good at the lot, I could have definitely handled that.
I knew what he liked from that, from your experience. Like, oh, he just let him keep his keys and put them on the wall. It was such an easy thing.
But I understand people needing that spot. I know there's a spot after you're up against that. People need to turn.
Yeah.
And we used to be able to park in that spot, but then I guess you guys, with your autistic Asian doctor mind that's not being used for medical practices, figured out you need that space.
Well, he had to put that brain somewhere. He put it in the lot.
Yeah, to Tetris the lot.
Well, this is where I kind of fuck y'all on that is. So I had learned that was a good turning spot when I was first doing it, and then I was the one who trained all the new lot guys. So then that became like a spot.
Because before you, that was a spot.
Yes.
You know, and then after you, that's like
the last spot.
Yeah, the Hassan's parking system is still in practice at the Comedy Store.
That's right. That's right.
It made it nice though. It made it, because when he trained me, and when you explain it, it is like, oh yeah, it's the easiest spot to like just get a car out. But damn, that's so fun. I remember you used to always be like, whenever I'd park your car, or you like, hey, put it on the wall, I'll say the spot for you, or whatever. And then you keep your keys. And I remember asking, and you'd be like, my laptop's in there. Because I remember asking one time.
Sometimes my laptop would be in there.
Right, okay.
And then
I was like, what the fuck is on this guy's laptop?
My life. Like, I'm a writer, so everything's on there. You know what I mean? You can't, like, when we had the fires in L.A., there was, you had to make a decision on the shit that you could take with you. That was the most important, that you couldn't afford to lose. Yeah. So laptops in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you not have the
I left my cat. I don't have a cat, but if I did, and there was only a room for the laptop or a cat, laptop, you can get other cats.
Yeah, you can't get those. You can't get
all
those
that
words back.
information back.
Yeah.
Do you not do the backup drive, the hard drives?
Yeah, but I don't want my laptop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the lot, people wandering a lot sometimes, and shit happens in a lot. So I just want to lock the car. I'm from New York, so like leaving shit in your car was always a risk. Like I've had cars broken into in New York, so I have triggers from that. I remember one time, me, Will, and Talent, we went to there was this like a comic that had a book. A bunch of comics had this book thing at this bookstore in Manhattan. We went to that. So now we're walking back to my car, in Manhattan. And there's a nigga in my car. Like, in the car. We called it mid-robbery. And so many things were going through my head. Like, did I give Roger my keys? And Roger said to me, got the keys and is meet me by my car. Like, he's another friend. Like, I'm thinking because I'm thinking everything except there's a nigga in my car that shouldn't be in my car.
Wait, what happened?
But then, like, Talent, he's from like Mount Vernon, Harlem, uptown. And, we're all, so we walk up to the window. Talent knocks on the window. This nigga winds down the window a little bit. He's like, What's up? And then Talon's like, wind it down some more. So then he winds it down some more, and Talon just stole on him.
Oh my God.
Damn.
And then we opened the door and then got him. Because we didn't, because you don't know what he's going to do. You know what I mean?
Right,
So he just wanted to discombobulate him first and then get him out the car. And then
Wow, that's some crazy.
And then he had some keys on him that can open any car door. Because this was the first time that you could somebody broke into my car and didn't break a window. Yeah, so I think that's what he used.
Damn.
So we just took those from him.
That's crazy. And also, I give the guy the credit of just being like rolling it down a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bunch of times too. Like, roll it down some more. Roll it down some more.
But I get it from his perspective. Like, well, I don't know who you guys are.
You don't know who we got.
He's like, I don't
We're the owners of the car.
What
What are you doing in
I
here?
don't know though. I'm not the owner of this car,
I don't
and
know
I'm
the
here.
car. And what if I play this like I'm the owner of the car? That's kind of what he's
What if they're
doing.
trying to rob the car?
Yeah. What if they just want to talk to me?
Then don't talk to us. It's your car.
That's a good point.
Oh my God. What kind of car was it?
It was like a brand new Hyundai.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At what era of your comedy career are you in at this point? Are you already
It's
successful
still-
comic? Or are you still?
This is before
trying
I moved
get
to LA. This is
Wow.
yeah,
When did you move to LA?
like 2000 or 99.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
You've been when's the last time you had a job, not comedian, or not writing? You know, a real like last time you did where you weren't making comedy wasn't paying the bills.
I would say like 90s, like late 90s, but I used to do a lot of jobs. Security guard. I'd have more than one security guard job. I'd have to go from security guard job to security guard job. I used to be a courier in Manhattan.
You dropping off mail?
Yeah, but that night, like I do comedy, and then start the shift at, I think it was midnight. So I'd have to go to the World Trade Center, pick up some shit. I have to make like 5 trips, pick up some stuff, bring it to this place in White Plains, get some stuff from there, bring it back to the World Trade Center, drop it off, and then take it back, take more shit from World Trade Center to White Plains, and then back. Do that like 5 times throughout the night. And then like one morning, like I was dozing off, and our friend, he was another comic, he just rolled with me, and he hit a school bus. I hit a school bus one morning. I was like, I had to quit this job. I can't stay up.
Wait, like,
How do you hit the biggest and most colorful thing?
Just doze off a little bit. just Hassaned it. Just brushed up against it. It wasn't like a lot, but they were,
Kids on the bus?
yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
damn.
That's the only way to hit a school bus. Why am I hitting an empty school bus?
go big or go home. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. There you go.
Damn, bro, you used to drop mail off at the World Trade Center?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Because we were thinking about games for you, and this isn't the game for you, but one of the games was just, how old is Ian? We literally were like,
I never tell people because it's fun.
I don't know.
We were literally talking about games, and he goes, "Do you also not know how old he is?" And I was like, "Yeah, I couldn't get it."
Also, everyone started. I've heard, because you've done comedy with everybody. Like you used to do comedy with Patrice, right?
Yeah.
Patrice,
But Patrice,
Lenny
Rogan.
Bruce.
That's all right.
He's the only person who started with Lenny Bruce and started with Cam Patterson.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you in both eras?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. I did comedy with Elvis. Y'all didn't know Elvis was a comic at first.
Wait a minute.
There's a picture of him in the back with Mark Twain. It's like, "Dan, you got to know the ground."
He used to bomb because nobody was going for this shit. Shit wasn't funny.
But that is crazy. Like, because I was like, damn, you're like a part of everyone. Because I've just heard, just when you listen to like other people's stories, your name will come up.
That's hilarious.
So it is like, I was like, I don't know how old. Like, when did this guy? So when did you actually start?
I don't like to date myself.
No, I'm not saying your
It's
age.
already
Not
dated.
how old you were, but what year were you started? That way we don't know how old you were.
Let's just say I started when I was like early 20s.
Early 20s.
Yeah,
Okay.
early
I
20s.
meant like the 90.
I know
actual
what you
year.
meant.
Okay,
But this is what I'm telling you.
Okay, early 20s. Okay.
But when I moved to LA, I did take a break from stand-up. Like I was just writing and just enjoying life. There was a point where, like, when I went back to New York just to hang, like, I was like, I tell Will, I ain't been doing stand-up. And I'd go with them to, like, a gig, and he's like, do a few minutes. They'd have to talk me into it. I was like,
Wow.
that, like, off, and then I couldn't say my jokes. And I don't even know how I didn't get booed, to be honest.
In New York, too.
Yeah, in New York, yeah. In a black club. Yeah. But yeah, there was a time, I say I took a good maybe 5. And then one day I was like, because Will was telling me, he's like, he does 5 sets a night, some shit like that, because he's in New York.
Some New York stuff.
Yeah.
So Vince?
Yeah, so Vince.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I was living in LA at the time. And then I was like, shit, I don't even do 5 a month. You know what I mean? And then I was like, I don't love it like these guys. Like, somehow I don't love it. You know, and then I was like, all right, just do 1 a night or 3 a week or whatever, and just love that. But then that's how I fell back in love with it and started. So then I was doing it hard before I ran into you guys, before you guys started working at the store and shit like that. And I'd gotten into the store before y'all got there, way before then. But yeah, that was a while. It was like early 2000s. Yeah.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah.
A 5-year. You said a 5-year break. You said.
Pretty much, yeah. Because I was just
Damn.
writing, went to parties.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You were living LA life.
Yeah, I was living the LA life. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't really, just do a set here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And but then also doing it. Then I was like, I was getting writing jobs from doing it.
From doing stand-up.
From doing stand-up. Like, because I remember writing for the Boondocks, and then later on having a conversation with Aaron Magruder, and he said, yeah, I saw you at the Laugh Factory one night. And I was like, I got to get this guy to write on my show. And I was like,
damn.
I thought my agent got me this job.
Damn, that's also funny. What the fuck are they doing then?
Yeah, why is he taking 10% of this?
He called my agent.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't know you wrote on the Boondocks, bro. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That makes sense, though, because you are one of those guys. So it does make... It makes sense hearing you say that you would get writing jobs from your stand-up, because when you watch you do stand-up, it is like, whoa, the joke writing is it punches you in the face. It's kind of hard to avoid, you know what I mean? Even though it's funny because people would say you're a low, like, energy kind of like performer, even though it's like if you watch it, you're really not, though.
Yeah. People have held that against me.
That what?
Low energy shit.
But if you watch, I've seen you. I've been working at the Comedy Store. I've had to watch you 5 trillion times. You just watched everybody.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, really. Yeah, dude.
Well,
but
it just, now knowing this too, it just blows my mind that you quit for 5 years basically, but are still very good. Like, it's not.
But I was terrible
fair.
coming back.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that. Like, after 5 years, there's no way.
the way you said it, there was no
I
way.
know.
It was a bit
You enjoyed.
I
You enjoyed that
too. But usually, someone who takes a long break, they never
recover.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, this might be the first time I've heard someone take a 5-year break and like and just recover.
I've only Eric Griffin and then Ian, because I didn't know you did that, but I knew Eric. Apparently, Eric Griffin took a break.
Yeah, he
and then came back.
But his break, I think, was before he was even good.
Really?
Yeah. I think his break was before he was even good. Like, he probably started, did some shows. I don't know how much. I think he wasn't, like, doing it the way he started doing it when he came back. Like, I've seen comics like that have a bad experience. I don't know if Eric's experience was bad, but you hardly have a good one and then.
Yeah. You never kill him like, but it's done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really just in your head. You're either in your head be accepting how bad it is, or you're telling yourself, it's like, this is going really good. Because it's usually, everyone's kind of starting the same.
Right, right. The level of delusion you need at the beginning, for sure.
But damn, bro, I didn't know. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, but I wouldn't consider you, because if you watch it, you come out, you actually... Even it's just you're talking calmly. But I say the same thing about Brian Simpson. People are like, oh, he's low energy. It's like, no, he's talking calmly.
Yeah.
You're watching him. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's like a million. Like, he's performing his ass off. It's not just because you've seen comics who are like all joke writing, no performance. They'll do well, but I feel like they don't normally kill. To kill, I think there is a level of like, no, there's something more going on than like he's talking in a normal tone. He's just not yelling.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And especially when you do it and you kill, and people are like, he's low energy. Didn't you hear the laughter? Does
Yeah.
it fucking matter? Like what? And listen to the reaction of the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I get it. Coming from a person like me, was like, no, I have to yell.
We're both yelling.
I have to yell.
Yeah,
I
but
gotta
it,
yell,
it
dude.
fits y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Because
used
I'm
to
yelling
yell.
in real life.
You're yelling in real life.
What, so was this a choice to be like low energy, or were you like, is just this naturally fit and then everything's just sort of fell into place?
I think it's also like age and timing. Like Richard Pryor was always my favorite comic, and then watching Richard Pryor just taught me a lot of shit about life. Period. Like I was like, why is this guy? Why are they talking about this guy like this? You know, and why are they saying all these things? And some of the things I learned about Richard Pryor wasn't even from Richard Pryor, from what people said about him.
Yeah.
But what I did learn is like, oh, especially in comedy where there's so many comics, and you don't want to be like everybody, and just in life, how do you stand out as an individual? And I was like, he's just being himself. So I have to be myself. Like that, it's just a simple point that it boiled down to that. Everybody might, like, just be yourself. So then before, when I was in New York, like it was such an early time for like black comedy that everybody's idea in the black comedy circuit of the audience, their idea was, if somebody's not funny, you boo. So what do you do to not get booed? You come out unafraid, bold, and you take over. And you show them you're not afraid, and they'll give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? So then all of us used to like yell, you know, to like, I'm doing the same jokes I do now calmly, but, and these motherfuckers, you know,
Yeah.
like just put some stank on it. You know what I mean? But then when I moved to LA, I'm like, if I'm gonna be the best comic that I can be, then I should follow that Richard Pryor thing of like being yourself, not being Richard Pryor or somebody else, like who I am really. And I was like, all right, so just go on stage and just talk and see if it works. And it did work. So just like, fuck it, just did that.
That's interesting. It's interesting because it is like your own, such a unique style. I've only really seen a few comics who do it that way, especially black comics. It's like you and Brian are the only two that I know that are like truly not doing that. Like
there's more black comics that don't yell now.
Yeah, the Josh Johnson guy too.
Yeah.
There's
He's
some,
that way.
Yeah, it's funny. Like what's the brothers, the twins?
Lucas Bros.
Lucas Brothers.
That's
Yeah.
why I said I went Hodge twins immediately.
fucking
I went
Wow,
Hodge twins
what the
immediately.
fuck,
That's
Hassan?
who he was
And I was
bringing
like,
up?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I went Hodge twins immediately. Well, you know what it is? Because they have twins in their name. The Lucas brothers are the brothers. If you said one of the brothers, I would have got Lucas brothers. But you said twins. I was like, Hodge twins.
But also he's talking about great comedy.
He's talking about great comedy.
Talking about great stand-up. He's like,
You find out, no, the Hodge twins, they're the goats. That's why I like them.
the Lucas Bros are that way
Lucas
too. Yeah, they're very calm.
But there's some calm black comics that'll come up to me that saw me and they said, yeah, you let us believe that you could be calm. I didn't. I was just trying to be myself and shit.
Yeah. Hey Val, do you have those pictures that I sent you?
Oh, the TV is off, by the way.
Oh, what the fuck?
God
Man,
damn it,
Dude.
Val.
Wow.
I mean, this is every week. Yeah. This is what we're dealing with every week with this lady.
Oh, and you.
I mean, Val.
Wow.
Val. How would that help?
Are these cameras even on?
We hope every week we don't know.
Does that work?
Yeah, can you put the picture I sent you?
Just the picture?
Yeah. This is crazy. Wait, Val, was this what you were just watching on this other side this whole time?
I wasn't even.
Oh,
paying
this is
attention.
Operation Repo. Ironically, they have a license plate as their.
Hilarious.
It's not my laptop.
No, it's the TV. That's.
Wait, this is just on TV?
We can't even show this segment of the podcast.
We can't even, guys.
You just been demonetized.
It's called
Operation-
Horse Semen and the Rolls Royce Golf Cart. This is what you just.
That's a long title.
Yeah.
Val, what's going on?
And this is your technical person.
This
Yes,
is who we got.
This is.
All right.
It's all working.
Is it all working? Oh man.
Well, now I kind of want to just talk about the Operation Repo show instead of
And the horse scene.
how we casually got to what I wanted to bring up anyway. Bro,
Yeah.
how your boy just doing a fire fucking interview right now. Got him talking. We opened him up with the beef stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all saw it. We opened him up with the
But
beef stuff.
that's funny though. I knew there was something. I was like, what did I do to this guy? But I believe, knowing Hassan, he's still gonna look at me that way.
No, he'll never let it go, dude. This guy will never, ever let it go.
No, I kind of need to hear like, damn, I was the crazy person. Like, look how nice you think about it right now. It's been 10 years.
I swear to God.
Oh, damn. Is it not working?
I just changed the port.
You're paying her to be as bad as I would be at this.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
This is bananas.
Yeah.
So
Just messing with you, Val.
No, she
No,
has
she has to hear
no,
this.
she's got to hear it, dude.
There.
Oh,
Yeah,
there,
there
thank
you
you.
go.
This picture.
Yeah.
What era of comedy are you in at this point?
This
Like,
is Def Jam.
I know, but how long have you been doing it at this point?
Probably not that long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's the
Less-
clearest picture I could find.
It's the worst still ever. People are gonna look at this. This is crazy, y'all. This definitely could do better.
This is really the best one you could find.
This is
That's
the
what I could
best.
find. I looked it up.
This is the best worst one I could find.
I'm not gonna lie, I remember
But that's-
someone showing me this and being like, I can't believe you had that much.
Yeah, and an accent too. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. When,
the accent,
watching the set, it was crazy. It was like a different comedian.
But if you listen to those jokes, I could have just said them.
Yeah, because there was still the joke writing was the same that you are, style that you are now.
Yeah, if
Good.
you listen to the jokes, I could have just said them. But
Do you think you at this age could have done that calmly, like said them calmly in this room and got the same response? Because you now for sure, but you back then.
like just to be honest, there is a style to like being an effective black comic, you know. And but when I think about like Dion Cole, like his Def Jam set, or Craig Robinson's, is it Craig Robinson?
Yeah, the piano.
Piano, yeah. Like it's either like he had to, like, let's talk about Craig's, but I mean Dion Cole. It's like there's a way to be like so cool that it feels like you're doing this.
Damn.
You feel me?
100%.
There's, you know, like we know those guys. Like I was making fun of Darius last night.
Great example.
Like, what's the guy from the Avengers that messes with time?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. That nigga's Doctor Strange. Because no matter what pace you're going at, when Darius walks in the room, he slows that shit down. And this is just in regular conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he's like, and he'll just bring you all that. And it's like, hey, Doctor Strange, this is not the pace we were going at. Why are you moving extra slower than everybody else? And you know, yeah, but yeah, you gotta be able to like control pace. So
Yeah.
I was going at like New York pace, but if you could just be so slow that it's noticeable and everybody has to, you know what I mean? That's why I think also we used to do, like, there's this place, I used to do shows in England, and they were like Christmas parties, so office Christmas parties, and people, you know, they're drinking and talking during the set, and if you yell over them, which is the natural thing to do, they'll just talk louder to themselves. So then I learned also, so then I not do good or as good, but then if you don't talk loud, they can hear themselves talking,
Oh, yeah.
and then they'll lower their voice,
Immediately.
and then they'll hear you and pay attention. So it's like, yeah, that's a way to do it.
Because not only do they hear themselves talk, but you can see it. People get nervous.
Yeah, yeah.
When they hear not only do I have you getting quieter, I have you kind of off.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you're kind of off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And now if you're kind of off when I'm on stage with a microphone, I got the advantage like crazy. Because all I gotta do is say a couple things, and now you're already off centered.
Yeah, I also use that when I get pulled over. Hassan.
What are you looking at me for? I was calm.
Idiot.
I was calm. I was like, channel Ian. Channel Ian. Be calm. Wait, how long were you doing comedy? How long did you comedy in Britain or UK?
No, I just go back and forth. Like,
Okay.
Because I was born there, so I did the Edinburgh Comedy Festival one time, and then I met a bunch of people. One of them was John Smith. He's a comic from England. He came over. He's black. He's Jamaican. His stage name is John Smith, but his last name is actually Edwards, and his parents actually knew mine, just all coincidentally.
That's wild. You just met him doing comedy in fucking Britain?
In Scotland.
Crazy.
And then he's like, yeah, I want to do some shows with some American black comics. And then I used to go over there with like Will. I think Talent came a few times. JB Smooth used to go like do a tour over there, like every year, like once a year.
With JB Smooth, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember just watching JB Smooth kill one time. That guy, bro.
Yeah, sometimes Schultz will tell me randomly, we'll be talking about whoever, and he'll bring up the hardest kills he's ever seen with JB Smooth.
Yo.
And it's like, so people bring that up. They're like, the hardest kill was JB Smooth.
Yeah, like if you've never seen prime stand-up JB Smooth, I feel bad for you.
Damn, that was like
before
that.
our time for sure.
I feel, it's unexpected. I remember, see this Def Jam, like, that's the first time I got on Def Jam, but JB Smooth got on Def Jam before everybody else. Like say 2 years before this, there was an audition. They used to have this club. What was the name of? Let's say Peppermint Lounge in Jersey. It's like if you got booked for Peppermint Lounge, you were so terrified for the month before the date came up, because it's a rough crowd.
Yeah.
And they're not having it. You will be booed. You know what I mean? And there's just nothing you could do about it. But so then one time they actually had the audition for Def Jam at Peppermint Lounge. We're like, we're screwed. We want to get on the show, but we got to audition there. Like it's a tough crowd. And the audition started at midnight.
Oh my God. They're just setting you up to fail.
It's at black time.
Yeah.
So then everybody was bombing. And then we all just knew it. And then JB went up there. And that's the thing. Like, he's Doctor Strange, too. He changed everything for his set. Like, it turned into a real comedy club. He turned the whole, like, this guy got some shit. Not more, it's just funny. Like, straight, like, his ideas work on any level. Hood to, like, the most, whatever they say, intelligent white shit. It's just the levels to this shit. And he's physical, unafraid. Like, it's rare when you see people just fearless, you know what I mean? And they just give that energy to the crowd, and everybody's like, and they're rolling, bro. Then as soon as he got off, it went back to
Damn.
like the person after him's like, I could catch this wave now because the show's turned. And they got a little bit, but it went progressively down.
Oh, that would hurt my feelings even more to know, like, damn, he set me up to win.
Yeah.
But it was he was the only person that was going to win that night. That's just the difference. And there were good comics on that show, like some of New York's finest. You know what I mean? It was just that daunting of a night. And JB would just do that shit on the regular. Like, I feel bad for people that never saw Prime Mike Epps. Like, they used to have a Boston Comedy Club Sunday night show that Talent used to run at the Boston Comedy Club. That was Barry Katz's old club. Sunday night and I think that's the idea for Chocolate Sunday, but they used to do that first every Sunday night. And sometimes you just be like, I'd go there every Sunday, something to do, because Sunday's like the most boringest day on earth. And we'd just be like, I can't believe we get to see this. Like, people, a lot of them are famous now, and it took a while for those people. But Mike Epps took off right away when he moved to New York from, I think, Illinois or Chicago. I forgot where he's from, but he had some special nights in that room. like we're watching Pride, bro.
Wow.
Like straight up, like we are like just let him go, just let him fucking go. Like it's crazy, bro. This shit I seen.
Damn, bro, that's fire. Because I know that feeling you feel, the feeling when you're watching something and you're like, I can't believe I get to see this. But it is a rare kill when you watch somebody kill like that. Because for me, and I know it's a thing, however people feel about him, whatever. But I know you know what I'm about to say at the Comedy Store. Bro, it felt that way. Being a door guy watching D'Elia some nights. When you sitting in the back watching D'Elia some nights, bro, it would be like, what the fuck is actually happening in
And the
this
room was just shaking.
And also
like,
to see white people laugh like that.
Yeah,
Because he would have
to
white
see
people,
white people laugh like black people.
fucking black people stomping, white people pushing each other. You don't see white people get people to that level of frenzy.
Right.
And he would do that shit on a regular. And it was like, man, watching him some nights would be like, what the fuck? Because you think you kill. And then it would literally let me know of like, okay, there's like ways. And then I'd see him do it sometimes. Like I saw him one time at the Black Room at the Black Night at fucking Improv.
Yeah.
And it's and that's when I knew I was like, oh wow, he really liked
that's
that.
pretty impressive.
It would be crazy impressive.
Because I remember when everything went down with that, people would be like, well, he was never funny. And it's like, oh, then you were not there.
You weren't watching.
You weren't watching.
Well, people just hated him before all that stuff.
Yes,
anyway,
people
so.
already. He already had like a lot of hate going down.
Yeah.
But
bro,
the not funny thing always bothered me because it's like, bro, I was working in those rooms.
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
It
because
was
we're just objectively thinking about funny.
Yes.
Yes.
And everything outside of that is like
Whatever. But man, because if you was in that main room watching that dude, sometimes it was literally like, what the? Because just to hear that all white people in an absolute ruckus, just in a fucking ruckus, and then Joey Diaz would do that sometimes too. When you catch him, bro, on a wave,
Yeah,
like,
that's a scary follow.
Man, I watch y'all sometimes have to follow him.
That's
Be
a
like,
scary
what
follow.
the fuck?
Joey Diaz was. I can't imagine just getting the room going like that's it's nuts.
Because bro, you hear the place outside, people weren't laughing; they were just screaming.
Yeah.
People weren't even laughing; they were just
Yeah.
People were just screaming back at him. It's like, what the fuck is happening in this room?
I had a good joke. I can't remember it now that helped me follow Diaz, but it was like, but I could follow him because like I used to use like the Chris Rock principle, which I made up just watching Chris Rock. Like, all right, if you're not gonna be loud, whatever you say has to cut so hard, like the punchline has to land so hard. I said, because I was like, if I'm gonna be low energy, the punchline has to get a high energy response, a high energy comic response.
Yeah.
So then that's why I might really be realizing now I used to be edgier, and I need to get back to that. So I was like, all right, be edgy. Like don't let them see where this twist is coming, and when it hits, you're not gonna change. You're gonna still be monotone, but when it hits, it's gotta fuck them up. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you used to have a couple openers that were like wild.
Yeah, openers was very important to me because you have to follow people like that.
Right.
I had to follow Carlos Mencia and shit like that.
Oh, during when he was.
Yeah,
What were the crowd reactions like when he was like
he would
at
kill,
the peak?
and then Tommy would put me on right after him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've heard Bobby Lee one time he was talking about, because he was saying that kind of like how we were about to leave. He was like, I know it's a weird thing to say, but he was like, bro, following that motherfucker and watching him kill was crazy. Like how hard he was killing, stolen or not, whatever.
Right.
But like how hard
The
room
audience
was
doesn't know.
They
The audience
react.
doesn't
They're just
They're just seeing the show. They don't know.
Yeah. So to watch a motherfucker, this is from Bobby Lee. He was like, watching him kill like that was literally like eye opening. Like, damn, he's really killing.
Right.
You know, so that shit is crazy. But you used to watching you have to follow D'Elia or Joey sometimes because they're loud and yelling and doing the big thing. You used to start with like a wild. Your first thing out of your mouth would always be some crazy shit. Yeah. But then the room, you'd see the room like flip.
Yeah.
Like we were just screaming at Joey Diaz, and now you can see it, which is really cool to me. Where you see a room like be like they, almost as if you just fucking mind like Men in Black them.
Yeah, you
like
have
they forgot who they just saw.
Yeah, you have to like take them to your. Even last night, I feel like I started out slow in is it Little Man?
Little Boy, yeah.
Little Boy. Can't remember the name of the bombs. The atomic bombs. The Little Boy
And Fat Man.
and then and Fat Man, and then got them into my pace, because the comic after that I went up after, so it's like you just have to like believe in your shit and know that sometimes instantly they're not gonna understand the rhythm of your thing.
Yeah.
And then they get into the rhythm of your thing, and then you have time. Don't panic. Like if you panic, then you'll never do your thing and get them into your thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think as a door guy, like watching those, like you follow someone high energy like that was a big like lesson in like, oh, you can make the energy yours.
Yeah.
That's super important, and stay in the pocket, and they'll get to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
They'll
why.
get you.
That's why it's great to be like I said. I understand the parking lot from your perspective. Like you saying that almost made me wish I was a door guy because I was a regular, so I just watched the person before me. I used to watch more shows early on, but the more you do it, the less you watch shows.
Yeah,
But
fact.
being that's a just a great POV to watch like a whole show. Yeah.
Especially like night in, night out, so you get to see
And whole approaches. and
everybody's approach to certain nights and who they following and yada yada. Like, because I remember sometimes I'd watch, like my favorite person to watch, I'd love watching Sebastian, and then D'Elia would have to follow him, and it's kind of like the same energy. Those are kind of the same what they're doing,
High
act out,
energy,
high
act
energy,
outs.
and then to see how like you could see D'Elia, the way he'd follow him would be different than how he followed fucking Argus or whatever, because he would be like, all right, he would immediately always just do a Sebastian impression. So even though because he's like, all right, well, I'm making fun of how this guy was just making y'all laugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm getting you on my level of but he didn't have to be like, oh, okay, that guy's doing high energy act outs. I need to not do that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm still gonna do that.
Right.
But I'm gonna like Jedi you real quick so you still thinking you're seeing Sebastian. We making fun of what we just saw, and then go into it. But I just always thought that when you see everyone like how they do it, especially because I think that a lot too when I'm following somebody who's high energy killing, and I'm like, well, I don't want to have to not be myself just because this motherfucker is kind of doing what I do.
He just did. Yeah. How's that feel?
It's a trick, but it makes you. That's what I'm saying. I like seeing D'Elia. It's like, oh, there's ways to do this. You don't have to. Like, there's no like set rule of like, oh, he's high energy. Well, I need to do the other way. It's like, no, I'm gonna do my own version of that.
So you just do you, or do you do anything?
I usually try to do me, or like I try to address whatever just happened.
Right.
Just walk in and be like, all right, well, even though, because I feel like if I'm walking, like if I'm following you or somebody who's like Brian, right, who's killing with low energy, then I'm like, oh, I don't have to. I can just,
You could just do you. 'cause
I'm
it's
just so different
Yeah.
that I'm not worried about it. But like, oh, if I'm following fucking Schultz one time, I was like, all right, because he's loud and smart, and he's, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna just talk about what he said, and then roll over into me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just because he's a very like big presence,
Right.
So following guys like that who are like, all right, where a lot of it's just the presence. But then again, he does like joke writing and shit. I don't know how to do that yet.
Yes, you do. What are you talking about?
Part.
Yeah, one day Derek will figure out how to write jokes.
Yeah, that part.
What is this? The pretty girl that wants you to give her a compliment?
No.
Come on, man. We're
No,
past
because
this.
you guys write. You've written jokes. He writes jokes, bro. I say stuff
We
on
all
stage
write
and then
jokes.
keep
What are
it.
you talking about?
Nah, but there's a different thing, bro. There's a different. Motherfuckers
You're
do a different
making
thing.
it different.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
got
different.
You got comedy anorexia. You're looking at you're looking at
You're looking at maybe what you're not as strong as I don't have that. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Everyone has you're naturally gifted. Like let's say performing, writing. Let's just split into two because there's other stuff. But let's just performing and writing. You're naturally more gifted one way than the other.
True.
And it's very rare that you're equally gifted in both.
right.
So it's like you're looking at because your performance level, as long as I've known you, has been so far above, not so far above, but
See?
like above your writing level. Because I would say maybe in the beginning it was like that, but now it's like more caught up. But because you came up like that, you'll always view your joke writing as bad. When, man, you can't get to the level you're at with bad jokes.
Well, you know,
That's
I
how
wasn't
that
thinking
works.
bad. I was just thinking like, man, it's
I was thinking bad.
Yeah.
No, I was like, Hassan, it's actually gone bad.
No, I'm gonna keep that because then eventually it'll come back.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
No, but I wasn't saying it like that. I wasn't saying like bad. I was saying like watching a nigga like who writes some stuff down and then take it to the stage.
How do you do
it's
it?
Just different thing.
What are you doing? Are you not writing?
Not like that with a whole joke. No, I like to write the bullet point and then go on stage and vomit every single thing I can think of about the one thing and then go this way.
So you're writing. It's a process. You have a
Yeah,
process.
I have
So
a
that's
process.
right.
Yeah, that's
What
right.
are you talking
but
about?
he said. So do you physically write down your jokes like?
I
You
try
try to do like word
I try
for
to
word some days?
I try to do it all the ways. Like there's different ways.
Right.
Like I don't always, but especially now that I'm trying to get like another hour, like I need to go to the coffee shop, which I haven't always been doing before each set. You know, like so leave the house an hour or two earlier, go to Coffee Bean or Starbucks, like near the store, and write shit down and try to tag it. When I don't get to do that, then I'm listening to the set from the night before on the way to the new set, and I'm trying to like, oh, okay, let me cut these words out, or I could say this line, or oh, I didn't realize I said that last night. That works. Let me keep that in permanently. And then sometimes just do it in the mirror. You ever perform in the mirrr and write?
Yeah.
I do.
You know what I mean?
I'm a shower guy.
Yeah,
I'll
shower.
I'll do my set in the shower constantly.
On the road I'll do it in the shower. Then you, like I keep that. Say it in the car. You know, it's just you have to remember it, not and like write it down. So it's all writing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could do it all the ways, and there's probably some more ways. Like just saying it on stage, like every new joke, it's never really complete. You know what I mean? Like you have to like have the concept and then say it, and then I know tonight I'm gonna take an L, but when I just need to vomit this out, and then once I listen to it, I can streamline it.
Yeah.
And make it more of a joke, yeah.
That's my favorite way to do it. I like to vomit it out and then just because then I feel like it gets
I know what you feel guilty that you don't sit down and write. That's why
I feel a little guilt about it.
That's why that's what it was.
I do
Great
feel a little
read.
guilty
Great
about it.
read.
I get it now. So he's like, he knows there's comics that sit down and write. Like he knows like Trey might do that. You know, Brian might do it.
I definitely do that. Yeah.
And you do it. So
My
then
friends,
he knows
everyone I'm around does that.
does it. So he doesn't. So he's like, I'm not a writer. But why not add it to the repertoire?
You know what's funny? Every once in a while I will write the joke out, but then it just in my head sometimes, at least maybe it's just my head, I'm sure it probably is, but I feel like it gets it harder to now I'm so like, oh well, this is how it should go in my head, and I gotta hit these are the beats to it. Whereas when I just have the thought and then go on stage, it turns into a whole other thing, and then working on it's more fun. Because then it's like by the time I might be done with it, it's not even what it's a joke about this other part of the thing that was Whereas now I'm just trying to make this joke work. At least every time I've done it that way, it's just been more fun for me than whenever I've noticed when I wrote it out. It's like I'm always trying to make what I wrote out work instead of just letting it be this free flowing thought that gets me, you know, like right now I'm doing this thing about Harry Potter, but it wouldn't have never. If I'd have just wrote it down, it wouldn't even have been about Harry Potter. It would have been about dick sucking.
You don't know that. You never wrote nothing down.
I have
no
wrote stuff
idea.
down. I'm saying that a couple times I couldn't break away from it.
It's the same brain.
The same brain.
It's the same
a good
brain
point.
writing it down that's coming up with it without writing it down.
Yeah. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why it's a weird.
I don't think it's necessarily a problem.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem because you're writing new material. I think it's a problem if you had the same exact act for years and years, and it's like, hey, Deric, you have to like sit and write or do something different.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's
the fact that you're writing new material, I don't think it matters that much.
Yeah, you still don't have to do it the way everybody else does it. It's just, you know, but I'm just saying you have some type of guilt from not writing it down.
Yeah.
It makes me feel bad. Like, oh man, maybe I'm not doing it because I guess. But as the people that I admire the most, which are the people, my best friends who I'm around, that's what they do.
Right.
And then I'll be like, man, every time I even try to do that, I never get. It doesn't go the way I want it to. Whereas, like he's always like, oh, Deric, you came up with this new thing all the time, and it's like, yeah, but that's only because I went on stage wanting to talk about this other thing, and then it kind of spiraled into the joke I actually wanted to say.
So your
that I keep
ADHD
around.
is working for you.
Yes,
All right.
Yeah.
Let it work for you.
I let it work for me, Val. Fucking piece of shit. Dude.
That's what I was thinking. Just try writing differently, like typing only or only using voice to text. Like also changing the method sort of breaks away from the association you have.
That's probably true. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never type. I can't do it.
I never
Like this?
I used to write it down and then transfer it to typing because like my brain worked, but then I was like I started typing and it works. But I type like how you use your brain. Like I learned how to just write anything that comes to it. So the stuff that you're just saying, like because you don't know where it's gonna go, that's why I think it can be done. Like you just write shit and then it looks bad. But then you go back a few days later and say, oh, this shit is actually makes sense. And this is the way to go with that.
Do you do that when you're writing scripts too? You let it just come out
Yeah,
of you?
you have to. That's what we are. But we don't want to believe that. That's what we are. Like, it's there. We have this power. We have this ability. It's in there. But just the way we brought up, we believe we have to like work for this thing. But there's this channel. We got this source, that we're using, but we don't accept that we're always using, and that there's this tap that we could just leave running and shit, and that we believe in, that this shit is just there. You guys came from a parking lot in L.A. and you were you were up north in California.
We started together in San Diego. I grew up in San Francisco. I didn't do comedy.
But look where you all at now. So you definitely have this source, but you're not acknowledging it all the time. And I get that, because I don't either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn, there is like a tap. I was agree. When you said it, I was like, damn, he's right. I feel that sometimes. There's this
Every time I write like what I think is my new best joke, I'm always like, how the fuck am I gonna top that? And then eventually I end up doing it.
Yeah.
Like it's always because I always think like, well, I'm gonna hit a limit at some point, but it's not the case until I die or my brain deteriorates.
It's crazy how the pattern is the same. The pattern is the same in that write a new joke. Love it. And sometimes that new joke will spark a bunch of new jokes. And then however amount of time will go by, and then you're like, how will I ever do that again?
Right.
You have to stop doing those jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you put them online or tape a TV show, then you're like, all right, I can't do that. Then you're open again.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you have no choice.
Right.
And then a lot of times, or you don't put it online, but like I feel like a lot of the jokes I have, it's a joke that is working really well, and then you get tired of it, and then you move on, and you write new stuff, right? And then you'll come back to that joke, maybe like a year or two later, and then it turns into like, it goes from like a one joke, like a setup punchline, to like a chunk,
right?
To like 3 to 4, 5, 10 minutes. So that's why also I do like, I like the idea of letting jokes breathe, because a lot of people, at least my philosophy on like people just put a million clips out or just put out a joke and then they're completely done with it. It's like, damn, bro, sometimes you don't know though.
Yeah, I never believe a joke is done.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. But people are like, no, I don't. And once I put it out, it's like, no, but what if, like, for what? Like, because I also, Ron White, was hanging out with him and listening to him talk about it. It makes you feel that way of like, damn, bro, like everyone knows him for tater salad. That's the thing everybody knows. And that joke took fucking like a decade. Like it took a long time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because he had to go through different points of life for the joke to keep coming back and like becoming longer and different. So that's why I do hate that. Like a lot of comics, like that's the one thing with clips, I feel like, because they're good, but it's bad in that like, damn, you don't get to see things like that. Like jokes kind of evolve into this long story.
Well, a lot of times I've noticed with, especially in the clip game, it's like someone will put out a clip and you'll be like, yeah, it's like, damn, you like were so anxious to get the clip out that you didn't develop the joke.
Right.
And now it's like, but that's become the game, just like as many clips as possible. Yeah. But I always think like, all right, so let's say these clips like really hit, and you're putting out, because a lot of these are like young comics, like 5-6 years in.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well now you have to headline. But headlining, like a real headlining act, requires like developed jokes and a developed act, really. So it's like you're kind of going in with this clip mentality to a 60-minute set, and they're so different.
Right. But to be honest, you're never ready to headline. You know what I mean? Even when or after you become a headliner, like the first time you hosted, right? Like on a weekend. Did you have the material to host? Did you believe? No, right? So you pushed it. Then you were hosting a lot, and then you had it. Then they say, you want to feature? Were you ready to feature?
Never.
Yeah.
And then now it's a headline, and even though you've been doing it a headline amount of time, you're like, I don't even like half this shit. I gotta use this shit to headline. I'm gonna rip these people off tonight. So I gotta become a headliner while I'm a headliner.
Yeah.
And then you shoot your special. And then you got to start over. So now you're an open micer headlining. Because you got no material. You're starting from scratch.
Damn.
Yeah.
Golly, bro, that's so real. Yeah, especially headlining the first few times, you are like, there's no way. I'm ripping these people off thing is exactly damn.
Yeah, because if you care about it, then you're like, you feel bad.
Yeah.
But the only way to to not rip an audience off, the future audience is to rip these motherfuckers off.
That's so good.
And hopefully someone in the audience in the first goes like kind of sees the vision.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God, Ian, that's so funny.
It's fucked up.
All right, should we start the podcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll start. Okay.
I
So
just want to
Hassan-
say your confidence is so admirable, and it's very motivating
Oh, thank
to
you.
like hear such a positive, I don't know, comic
Oh,
in
thank,
general.
thank you. And I'm sorry I shit on you about the screen.
No, it's a part of the pod.
No, it doesn't mean I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
I'm just learning my lesson from Hassan. If I layer in some niceness, then I can get away with being shitty. And then listen, man, there's levels to this shit, guys. Come on.
Also, Val, what do we tell you about complimenting guests? Remember we said don't do that. It's gay. You said that. I want to, before we get into the podcast, I do want to, first off, R.I.P. Gene Hackman. Did you see Gene Hackman died?
No,
Gene Hackman died yesterday.
Wait a minute.
It got announced today, this
he
morning.
was alive.
He was alive.
It's one of those.
He was one of those.
95.
95.
Oh, shit.
But here's what's crazy. The only reason I bring it up, though, the story is kind of crazy. So he died. They found him, his wife, and his dog dead.
What?
Exactly. It immediately goes from like, oh, man, Gene Hackman died to like, oh, damn, wait. How did Gene Hackman die?
Probably that sounds like carbon monoxide.
Mm-hmm.
That's
In
exactly
the whole house?
Old people leave the gas on. Somebody forgot. Is
when,
it that?
Yeah.
When I was growing up in Cupertino, there was on the other side of the town there was a whole family that died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh shit.
Mom, wife, 2 kids. Husband, wife, 2 kids. Yeah,
But it does immediately make you go, now I'm questioning things.
yeah. That's why I always grew up with, because of that story. Everyone I knew in Cupertino had carbon monoxide poison, like detectors in the house.
Oh shit.
I mean, 95.
Yeah, 95 is but all 3 of them dying. That's probably what happened because they don't suspect foul play.
The dog, bro.
Maybe. How old is the wife? The wife older?
68.
She was young enough to want to.
That's why people are
Yeah.
questioning is that she was young enough to like, but then some people are like, oh, but if your husband died, because they've been married a long time.
Right.
They've been married a long time. So, which makes also it's like, damn, good for him.
Yeah,
'Cause that means
30 years younger.
Yeah, that means, bro, she was 30 years younger.
Yeah.
But it is like, a lot of people are like, oh, well, a lot of wives, you've been married that long, you wouldn't want to go on without your husband.
And then they said, let's take the dog with us and let's all go out. But her age is like, unless she was that in love.
You know what though? You just saying that, you just made me realize right now, like, yeah, white people ain't killing a dog. It was an accident.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody, they ain't killing a dog, bro. She'd have killed. I'm not saying one of them won't kill each
It
other.
depends. How old was the dog?
They would have killed their kids before they killed their dog.
They ain't killing that dog, bro.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
They ain't killing that dog, bro.
You hear about white ladies drowning their kids in the tub, not the dog.
Never the dog.
Never the dog.
Dog don't deserve that.
Dog don't deserve it.
But that was first. Couldn't believe Gene Hackman died. R.I.P. Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Great movie.
R.I.P. Yeah.
But Val, the video I sent you, I wanted to just show Ian this and have you seen this yet, Ian?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, let's just watch this real quick and see how you feel.
We're in there talking about.
Hello, good morning.
What's
up,
buddy?
Hey, Queen. What's up? How'd you
what's
sleep?
up, sir? Who you talking to?
Hey, Queen.
Talking about some Queen.
You gonna be yourself
You know what
today?
I'm saying? What? What
You
you
gonna
mean?
be yourself?
Myself?
Like,
Hey, man,
be
you
yourself.
better watch how you talking to me, man, for real.
What's the
What you mean, the
hostility?
hostility? You a man, right?
A trans.
Aaron, you keep calling me a man. You had to bring the man out. Now the man's here.
Did you care about that
You
when
a
you were
man,
trying
right?
to kiss me?
Trying to kiss you? Man, what?
Aaron.
The boys, the girls, they're fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, how them thumpers feel?
Oh, my wait a
Oh,
second.
man, you felt those?
My face looks good.
Yeah, no, it don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hurt.
There you go. Take
hurt,
it.
man.
Wear it. Wear
You know
it.
you wounded.
Be yourself, baby.
You got
Be
severely
yourself.
I didn't know you was
You
a man.
mad? You mad?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
you
you was
did.
a man,
Yeah, you
bruh.
did.
I didn't know you was a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on here trolling,
I'm over here
playing. You supposed to
trolling.
let that be enough. Bro, wasn't I tripping?
Well, come on,
Bruh,
man. Like, what the
100,
what the
bruh.
you want to do?
Keep it in 100,
What the
bro.
you want to do? Come on.
Keep it
Because I
100,
can
bro.
bring the man out. I can bring the man out.
When Bria used her man voice,
That's
man,
so
I thought
funny.
a horse got impaled with a spear or something. I'm not the masculinity back
Is this the morning?
It's the morning.
How is he so fully in costume in the morning?
Wait, this is crazy. I never realized it because I've seen this video, but he says, and I didn't know you were a man. So you were beating the shit out of a woman. That's even crazier.
So, yeah, that is even crazier.
Wait, have you seen that? You haven't seen that?
No, what show is this?
So this is the most viral show on like the internet right now. It's like a new reality show. I don't know the name of it, but
What company's making these? Because they got the Red Balloon Show, which I've never seen an episode, but I just see the clips.
Yeah, he's from there. I think the first time I ever seen him, he was on that. Aaron, it's top comment. Aaron Loki won, which is just like
Aaron,
Aaron the plumber. That's his name.
The guy who fought.
But here's what's crazy about him. The reason
he didn't win.
No, he did not win.
He did not
win. If you're on the bottom,
you lost.
You lost.
You
Period. That's you lost.
Yeah,
that's a.
So his name's Aaron the plumber, and it's like a new dating. It's like the new dating reality show. It's like, but they like let people fight on it apparently. So it's kind of like
you have to.
It's the best part.
Yeah.
But it's only been like 3 episodes, and he's gotten into 4 or 5. There's like so many memes because every time he'll take, other than that one, all the other fights he takes his shirt off.
Right.
So it's just every meme is just like somebody looked at Aaron today, and then it's a cut.
Somebody looked at Aaron.
I mean, and in one of the fights he gets beat up real bad. Like the dude fucks him up real bad.
Oh, let's see that one. Can we see that?
Val, can we pull?
He should learn how to fight if he's gonna fight.
Yeah, he should. Aaron the plumber. Fight.
Ninja Turtle been fighting. That's what they call him.
They call him the Ninja Turtle.
Oh my God, it's
so
shorts.
pissed. I think it's just them doing exactly what we're doing now. Which is reacting.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Aaron the plumber's funny as well. Ninja Turtle fight.
Yeah, that's the one he lost.
Oh
yeah.
snap!
Oh wow! Oh, you can see it in his face. He lost.
Blow for blow, nigga. My shit
His name is Pussy
His name's
Breaker.
Pussy Breaker.
Oh snap! Oh,
And here's what's crazy. As he's talking about him later, the Aaron the plumber guy, he's like, "Man, fucking Pussy Breaker." He's acknowledging.
Oh, there you got
The
cut.
second round, bro, you got that. In a real way. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, you caught me with one. It didn't hurt, bro.
damn!
Is this a reality show on World Star Hip Hop?
It's on Zeus.
The hell is Zeus?
Yeah, yo, whatever Zeus is, it popped off from this.
These nightclub bouncers are working overtime on Zeus.
Guardian of Zeus.
Really hard. I got a real high pain tolerance. But you did drop me. You know, you did split me, and I was feeling some.
He does have the sound of someone who's been hit in the face a lot.
I'm not gonna stand
Yeah,
here,
like,
wait till you
CTE,
squirm off
what
in
is
the
that
book
called?
that way,
Yep.
right then and there.
Yeah, how many fights did Aaron lose before this?
Yeah. For
Yo,
sure.
That guy lost.
yo, this show is awesome.
You got to win the first second of this fight. Oh damn, he's got to.
Security quickly breaks it
Man,
up.
bro, yeah.
I'm not
There's
really
another
necessarily
episode later with the Aaron the
satisfied
plumber guy.
if it's gonna happen.
He comes back. He's just standing outside crying, like literally crying tears, talking about how bad he wants to fight Pussy Breaker. And he's like,
There's nothing worse than fighting a wiry guy.
Yeah.
He's a wiry guy.
Yeah.
You don't know
They're
where.
long.
It is funny that they go by hockey rules, where they're like
They let him go a little bit.
They let him go until someone hits the ground or they clinch.
Yep.
It's like, wow, this is hockey rules. This is it's like I can't look away.
Yeah, this show has been fantastic.
Now I'm
for
gonna
the
go
MMA.
back to the hotel and just watch this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get kicked out the lobby.
That
Oh, look. His name is Golden Ticket. Oh shit.
Yo, how smart of him to lean into it. He's like,
Yeah.
all right, I know what I look like. I know what I look like.
I ain't
Yeah,
really get
how come he doesn't
to
fight
that
anybody?
level. I just got to.
He's smart.
Okay. All right, man. How is there more?
Oh shit. Because everybody's trying to get popular.
Yeah.
So they're just fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also,
Meanwhile, Golden Ticket's got the golden ticket. Just dressed like Willy
hilarious.
Wonka and just
Yeah.
comment on all the fights.
What's the name of that UFC show?
Ultimate Fighter?
Ultimate Fighter.
There's more fights on this than Ultimate Fighter.
There is. Damn, bro. I wasn't expecting 7 fights in a 2-second span.
Yeah. You know what you gotta do? You gotta look up
Zeus, Ninja
Zeus.
Turtle, Golden Ticket, Aaron the Plumber. That's just the names.
Pussy Breaker.
Pussy Breaker.
dude. That is Pussy Breaker.
All right, Val. Now you're just Val. Is Pussy Breaker single?
Yeah.
You looking for the name of the show?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Two Way? I think it's called Two Way. Go back up. I remember.
Yeah, 2 Ways with Erica
Erica
Mena.
Mena. I think that's the girl you're trying to like win.
Oh,
What?
sorry.
So it's a dating show.
Yeah, it's like a Flavor of Love.
It's like a
situation.
Bad Girls Club type of.
Yeah. You remember like Flavor of Love and like
Yeah.
I Love New York. I think it's
No.
they're trying to bring that back because that was like a huge part of culture.
Yeah, and Tila Tequila.
Tila
Tequila
Tequila.
Tequila.
Those are big cultural moments.
Yeah.
Damn. Tila,
Aaron the Plumber.
Tila Tequila was to me the first like famous like social media
girl. Because I didn't know who she was until I was like, why did this girl get a show? Why are they trying to win her?
Yeah, she got
And I
MySpace.
heard, yeah.
Did she do porn too?
I don't know.
I want to say
don't
she ended up
remember.
doing porn.
I know at one point she had like she went Kanye and went Nazi.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I think
when things get too good,
yeah,
there's a breaking
yeah.
point.
I think there's a picture of her with like a swastika armband somewhere. Like she went Nazi.
Damn. You sure it wasn't like a Hindu? Because the swastika,
Yeah.
I heard last night that from this, that English comic, and he used to
Francis.
teach it. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said that there was a girl that had like the Hindu bracelet or Hindu symbols, but there's a swastika in a
Oh yeah,
in a Hindu.
my
symbol.
ex.
You have a joke about it.
Yeah, I have a joke about it. How my
Yeah.
ex on her front door there's a swastika. Like near her front door there's a swastika. It's like a symbol of good luck. And you ran into one.
I called you.
Yeah.
It's a good symbol of good luck to certain people,
Yeah.
but not to others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on.
Definitely depending on who you are, how good of the luck it is.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
But no, he showed me a picture one day in his old apartment. There was a car with the swastika on it.
I was like, damn, look what somebody did to this Jewish person's car. That was my first thought.
Yeah, and then I was like, no, this is probably a Hindu person with a new car, and that's how they bless the car.
Oh,
They draw a swastika, but the Hindu swastika's got like dots and stuff in it. Like it's like not.
But it's the same.
But I mean, it's a swastika. It's definitely a swastika.
Can we see it? The Hindu.
Yeah, just if you
The
look
Hindu swastika. Because I never seen. I just heard about it last night. I think I heard.
So there. So
That's the difference, the dots.
it's dots and it's not tilted.
It looks worse with the dots. The dots got me terrified.
The dots look like the location of the camps. Like, wait, what is
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That
Wait,
is
are those a bunch of
wild.
swastikas? Val, the one that has like yes, the melting pot of them.
Oh, there's a Christian swastika?
Molly, there's a Celt. The Celt one is fine because the Celt one, at least it's
Christian one is crazy.
Let's see the Christian one.
The Christian one is the swastikas within the swastika.
Man.
mirrors that
Oh
you look in.
shit! They turned the dots into swastika.
It's like,
That's crazy.
there's a Jewish swastika? Is it right at the bottom here? That's kind
You
of
got to take it back. That's their nigga.
Yeah.
You take it back.
Oh.
and then
That
pound
would be funny
it.
if like only
That's
we
their
can wear it.
nigga. That's their nigga.
Yeah. Only
Is that
we can wear it.
Japan or John? What's
Jane.
that?
It's-
Jane.
Yeah, it's a type of Indian.
That one you might not notice is bad. The Greek one you wouldn't think swastika.
Well, the Celt one is the Celt one, someone just took acid.
Yeah.
That's a swastika from a loving place.
Yeah.
That's a happiest swastika I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's just people having sex. I'm like, the Aztec one you wouldn't think either. The China one,
Oh, there's an Aztec one?
Yeah,
So
bottom
they
left.
had that shit from back then? I don't think that's really, I guess it is. Low key.
This doesn't feel. I've never seen any of these.
This feels like someone gathered all of the symbols in each religion that either mean random things. Like this is more just like a design, in my opinion.
Well, the China one looks like someone did the racist eye shit with the swastika. They just sort of,
Oh,
they just sort of like it doesn't feel real.
yeah, the
or
Hindu
these all
one's
mean
crazy.
good luck.
Hindu one's crazy.
Because it's got like the
Jewish
Jewish star.
star.
Yeah.
Ancient symbols of peace, law, and abundance. So
Wow.
each, religion.
wait, where's the Hindu one? Oh, shit.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's an insult. That's just,
that's rubbing it in.
That's just trying to let
Yeah,
you know.
that's, yeah.
Right. So the Tibetan one, that's the one you see everywhere. Like
Where's the Tibetan one right there?
right there. That's the one. Like if you go to a Hindu person's house, that's probably the one you'll see. That's the one on my ex's like front door for sure. And her parents had that as well.
Damn, that's bananas. That's like shit.
Yeah.
That means somebody could, if you're Hindu and you have that, you know, you could get treated like the people who got treated terrible like that just because you have that.
Yes. Yeah. There's probably
Meanwhile, you don't mean anything.
there's probably a lot of immigrants who move there that just have that regularly. Then they have to learn the hard way. Like, oh, I can't be wearing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But hold on, though. What do you mean learn the hard way? Wherever you're from, you knew about Nazis.
Yeah, but still, let's say where you're from, like, it means something completely different, and you move somewhere else, you have to like.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing to like. It's easy for you.
When we grew up here, did I ever tell you the story? We had the Indian exchange student in 7th grade, and we were talking about World War II, and she really didn't know that much about Hitler or anything like that. They just
Well,
know
that's a bad education system.
well, yeah. Well, yeah, because you're coming from India. Some of it's probably gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you're just like learning Indian history, which is so much longer
Yeah.
and so much deeper than American history.
There's no time to
This
cover.
isn't American history. This is European history.
Nah, but
Right,
like
but-
I grew up in Jamaica,
Okay.
right? When we learned about our history class was not about World War I or II. I learned about that shit like in England. We learned about the history of the Caribbean, how all the islands were settled, and our relationship to all the islands, and just around us. They're not teaching us like about American history. Like, yeah, there's some drops of it, you know, because Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica, so he
Yeah.
did America. But you're learning about the islands' history and the Caribbean's history. They're not teaching us
European history.
European history.
Wait, okay, 100%. Okay.
Because America was in these wars.
Yes.
If America was not in these wars,
Yes.
how much do we know about the big wars that aren't American, really?
True, but I feel like this is, I guess, my question.
Because we have our own George Jeffersons, we have our own George Washingtons, we have our own history of presidents and national heroes that to be educated about. Same thing probably there.
And this is an empire way older than the American Empire for sure.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say something.
But he said George
You said
Jefferson?
George Jefferson.
Instead of Thomas
Yeah, I
Jefferson?
know. That's who they taught us. That's who they taught us about. That's how bad it is there. That's how different it is. They taught us about George Jefferson. They showed us Wheezy. When they taught us American history, they showed us the Jeffersons.
That's what I saw in my head. Because every country has that story. Where there's just a tale as old as time, moving on up.
That's why we moved there.
No, what I was going to ask was, but wait a minute. So I thought everyone learned about it just because it's like one of the world's biggest tragedies, the Holocaust situation, not World War II. I know World War II was bad, but just the Holocaust situation. That's not like a this is a
No.
world
What do
news.
they teach in India from what you know? Have you ever been there?
I've never been there, but
What do your parents say?
I would absolutely not be surprised if they didn't teach the Holocaust. It's nothing to do with them.
They had their own Holocaust.
Yeah,
the
they-
British were there fucking them up.
Millions of people.
Raping, taking everything, starving them. There's a, Gandhi. They have a whole history of stuff.
God, but we learned about Gandhi.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
I remember learning about Gandhi.
Yeah, but the Gandhi arises out of the whole they're killing everybody there.
Yeah.
But like I said, like we were here, we learned about we had another guest, Chris O'Connor, and he taught us about the potato famine, which was basically a Holocaust,
Yeah.
basically a genocide.
That shit was crazy.
But we're not involved in it, so we don't. We were involved in this one. We ended this war.
Okay, but do you think they're teaching 9/11 to random kids in the country, in the world? Like, do you think they're learning about 9/11?
I wouldn't be surprised if they're not learning about 9/11 in India. They might, because all of a sudden America's in that vicinity in Pakistan post 9/11, but they're not. I don't think there's probably a lot.
I mean,
of
like
places
just
where-
worldwide, like everywhere. You don't think they're learning about 9/11?
Maybe because it's so close, but I would say if we were a Holocaust length away from it, like 80 years from now, there'd be a bunch of places that aren't learning about 9/11. I'd be surprised if Indian kids knew about Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah.
I would say they are not learning about it, but because the world is interested culturally in American social culture, that they know it through meme and internet.
Now 9/11's a huge meme.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
really funny.
Yeah, it's a huge.
It is?
9/11's a huge meme. So especially with
Most
Gen Z
jokes
kids.
are, yeah.
Like a lot of
9/11
kids who never lived through it, like the big meme is like, they'll be doing something and they'll get a phone call and be like, they hit the second tower. Like, you know, it's all like 2001 called, and then they'll just be watching footage of 9/11. Like, but that's a huge meme in a way that maybe they would have been like that if the Holocaust happened during meme time.
Damn. You know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
I did Comic Wars, which is basically a version of the roast battle, and I think Miranda's last name was Meadows. Like they're the host and the other guy. Damn, I forget everybody's name.
JP, I think is the other guy's name.
No, it's shit. And I talk to him all the time. It's just not my mind. I can't remember names. I can see people's faces, remember what they were wearing. All the conversation names are gone. All right, but so they had these basically roast battles. So these two kids, they were battling each other, but they came dressed as Tower 1 and Tower 2. And I was looking at them, and I was gonna ask the question after the battle, like, were you guys even born before 9/11? And one of the other judges asked, and they were born after. So so now it's connecting what you just said.
Yeah, it's
Like they were
meme.
dressed as the towers. One had a plane sticking out, and their battle had nothing to do with 9/11. They were trashing each other. They were just dressed like the towers.
Yeah, it's like a meme now.
It's
So
the
like,
thing. I guess
if-
it's how we feel about
if-
Abraham Lincoln type shit.
Yeah. So if Auschwitz happened in 2001, they would be dressed up.
If there
as
was the
like,
internet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd be
Damn.
dressed up as like Auschwitz in another concentration camp.
But what's the point, though? I just want to understand the point.
Of
why?
the memeing 9/11?
Yeah.
It's really funny.
But especially
Like you see the videos, bro,
online
that should be
gaming.
funny, bro. The game is that should be funny,
It's
bro.
fun. It,
I mean-
it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Because he be
comics.
sending them to me, or we'll send them to each other. And every time I see one, I do. It makes you laugh, 'cause especially when like the turn is like. Because sometimes you don't even see it coming,
Hilarious.
and it's like, damn, this was a 9/11 joke.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just comedy is such a way to deal with tragedy.
Right.
And now we live in an age where comedy is so constant. Like if you're on your phone, the internet is the funniest thing.
Right,
It's
it is.
funnier than any comic.
is,
It's
it
so
is, it
crazy.
is.
The overall, it's just you'd be like, yeah. So that's how they deal with stuff.
We saw a leprechaun commenting on a tranny reality fight.
Yeah. We saw Willy Wonka
You
commenting.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's you're not gonna beat that.
Yeah.
It was so fun. The moment he popped up, the way you laughed was so just pure joy in your body. You know what I mean? So you get
Yeah, whoever edited that would put him in perfectly.
Yeah.
The juxtaposition, that's a punchline. That's-
Great
you don't see that
timing.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't see that from some of the greatest comics in the world.
Yeah.
That level of timing.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We do have a game for you.
All right.
And this is very it's just named the swastika. You right? It's vegan or not.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Ian is a very well-known vegan. Rogan was literally talking about it last night. He was telling us stories about how when y'all were on the road together, he would just take a picture of you. He said he took a picture of you all the time, and then one day you got a video and a picture of him.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, it just hurt me. He was like, he fucking got me.
Yeah. He fell asleep on a plane. He fucked around and fell asleep on a flight. And then I didn't even tell him. I took it, and then when we landed, I posted it.
Amazing.
And I had a dope caption. I said, don't worry, y'all, Rogan is going to be, I forgot where the show was, but I said, don't worry, Rogan is well rested for your show tonight. and there's proof of it here. It's going to be a great show.
But that's beautiful, though, because he did it to you like how many times?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was like...
Yeah. So, and then so we're just going throughout the day. I'm not telling him shit. And then it's like later on, he's like, you son of a bitch.
So good.
That's good. So we're gonna show you a couple things, and you're just gonna tell us if they're vegan or not. And
Hassan thought of this, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. All I did, like, we should do something with vegan, and then Hassan took off running.
Hilarious.
all right. So the first one, we'll start a little simple. Almonds.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Do you eat almonds?
Yeah.
Is that like are nuts the main source of protein? Like, how do you get the protein?
People always ask me that. And I don't even, I'm alive and I just don't eat meat. Like, I don't be like, what's protein and what's a protein? But for some reason, the most unhealthiest people are worried about where I get my protein. I'm like, why aren't you worried about what you're eating? Like, more people are worried about me being vegan and where I get my protein than I care about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny.
I just don't eat meat and dairy. And then I guess I got protein or I don't. I don't know.
That's so funny.
I want to say this though before we go to the next one. Val's so racist that you put fried chicken in this. I know you put that in there. You thought you were being slick, dude.
yeah. Cheese.
Not vegan.
Not vegan. All right. We're starting easy. We're starting easy.
So you don't eat anything with cheese on it?
Those are Oreos.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're vegan, but they're trash.
Damn, you knew they were vegan.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
thought we'd get you.
No.
Wait, but you think they're trash?
Yeah, that's look at the packet, and you recognize any food in that on the ingredients?
Oh, you mean like trash for your body? I thought you meant
Yeah.
like they taste bad.
Nah, they taste good.
Okay,
Good,
that's
good,
all I
good.
needed. I see.
Yeah.
I see
So,
it confirmed.
calm down, calm down.
There was about to be a beef started.
I know. It's okay.
I leave her
we
eating,
start
eating.
fighting, and you cut Tasani's in a pimp outfit.
1 second they're talking Oreos.
That's hilarious.
Breastfeeding.
Val,
I'm
did you get this picture? Who got this picture?
Yeah, it's also really racist somehow. If it's Val picked it, it's racist.
Well, the baby's Asian.
I've actually always wondered this. Is breastfeeding vegan? Because it is technically from an animal.
Yeah, it's probably not vegan because it's dairy, right?
Right, yeah.
It is dairy.
Yeah.
But I've never, I've always wondered that. Would a vegan...
You know what? This
Breastfeed
makes
a
me
child.
this makes me feel
Warning.
like that. And I guess I wasn't vegan last night because the girl. I guess I'm no longer vegan as of last night because none of those 3 girls. I got to start over, guys.
Wait, when did you become vegan or were you always vegan?
I've been vegan that long, just 20 years.
Okay, wow.
Damn. But that's not that. If he's 70,
Yeah,
that
that's
means
true. He could be
50 of the years.
He might be 132, so we don't know.
No idea what that means. It actually could not be that long for him.
It's hilarious.
All right, next one. Racism. Is racism vegan?
Reaction is so funny. Such a funny.
That's pretty funny. I think it could be both. Yeah. Because that could be both. Because I hate most vegans. So, yeah, it could be both.
Finding a picture for racism, I felt like a trap from Hassan.
Wait, I wish you'd have picked something else. I mean, you saw some stuff out.
Yeah. That means
Yeah,
you're like, what were you thinking?
Let's see some of the things
I
you
can
didn't
show you what
use.
I was thinking.
Yeah, please show us what you're
Yeah.
thinking.
Oh my God, if it's gonna be.
Oh, I can show you first.
I'm so curious as to what. Oh my God, we can go through her.
Damn.
But then I was like, they're
That's
all looking
Mean
away.
Girls. That's Mean Girls.
See, this is accurate because the Asian girl is getting in on the.
Yeah,
racism. This
that's
is like
what
a
they
very
do.
accurate picture.
That's what
Yeah,
they
it is accurate.
Damn, Val, I love how you saw that and you're like, this is racist as it gets, dude.
Yeah. To be fair though, they could just be talking shit. Oh no, she got something to eat. I was like, she's the only one that doesn't have something to eat.
If she had like chicken in that cup,
One of Val's fried chicken.
and they were like, definitely
With
racist.
a little tea string connected to it, as if she was dipping it.
They put it in like chicken. I love it. That's funny.
Next one, the color yellow.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yes, the color.
I thought Val fucked up. I was like, she didn't put words on this one.
It looks like too much like cheese.
It does look exactly like cheese.
Yeah, that's not vegan.
That's
That's not vegan.
But it also could represent the sun.
Which is vegan, right?
Yeah, which is vegan. The sun is vegan, y'all.
It's true. The sun doesn't eat any animal products.
Yeah.
You don't know that? Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know what the sun got going on.
You know what? That's kind
You
of.
literally can't get close enough to study it.
I mean,
Few things I know in this world. Sun is hot is one of them.
well, speak for yourself. I was up there. You don't know how old I am, nigga. We used to be able to go there.
Ian started miking with the sun.
Yeah. So Son and Elvis
Okay, next one.
Next one. The concept of time.
Is it vegan?
Is it vegan or not vegan?
I think it's neither. Neither. That's
Ooh.
funny.
I think that might have been the last one in vegan or vegan. Vegan or not vegan. That was the
Yeah,
last
these
one.
were getting difficult. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, what is it? Is time vegan?
Yeah, well, we need you to defend your position.
Yeah,
We can't just-
I think time is everything.
It was
Vegan
clear
and
which ones were
non-vegan.
mine and which ones were Ehsan's.
Hilarious.
Oreo's clearly mine.
Yeah. I was like, let's get weird with it real quick. Damn.
So
But
you
we're
knew
talking-
they were vegan?
I looked at it because I was like, "Hassan, we should find something that's like that's interesting." You know, where you're like, "Oh, no, you wouldn't," where people at least wouldn't suspect.
Yeah, because
you know.
Oreo, the fact that it's the
Pringles was on that too. You know, Pringles are vegan. Pringles were on
I
the
mean,
list.
most potato chips should be.
that makes sense. Yeah, Pringles
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But the fact that Oreo, which is something that has supposed to have cream in it, was vegan, made me
Right.
be like, ugh, what the fuck is in these things?
Are you gonna keep eating them though?
No, I haven't eaten Oreos in a long time.
Yeah.
Since
Listen-
the pandemic.
Listen, most vegans know Oreos are vegan because we want, being vegan, if you feels like you have this like strict diet of salads. So as soon as you hear Oreos are vegan, you're like, we can eat some regular shit that everybody else eats. So listen, when I found out they were vegan, I ate them a lot too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you sort of realize like this
This
is
is-
trash.
yeah, this is
yeah.
trash.
Yeah. Vegan or not vegan, it's still
Yeah.
horribly unhealthy.
Yeah. You might as well just eat meat.
Yeah. Do you eat like Impossible burgers and stuff? Do they?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, okay, because
Yeah.
I heard those
Yeah, they're
are
not that great
also
for you. Yeah.
bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to that one place with you. It was good vegan food. That Arlo's food truck. This is like the last time you were here.
Arlo's used to be better though.
Yes.
Remember that time we went? There was Arlo's and there was this other place next to Arlo's.
Yes.
That place was dope.
That's what we ate from. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
we
what we
ate.
ate
It was good. It's like it
That
was
was-
good. It was like chicken,
that
whatever,
shit
but it
was
wasn't.
good.
But that shit was like,
Yeah.
this was really good.
But that place ain't even there no more.
Yeah, it had no chance surviving in Austin, Texas, bro.
But
It had
Arlo's
zero
been there
chance.
for a minute.
Yeah, there's plenty of vegans in
Yeah.
Austin. Austin has those like.
Arlo's is the only one I know of.
No, there's a lot of vegan restaurants here. It's still a hippie part of
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, it's true. This is a hippie
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
Val.
Yeah. Stupid Val.
Hilarious.
Other than Val ruining it was a fun episode today.
Yeah,
And
thank you for
great
coming.
job, Val. We love you.
Glad we got to
Ian,
work
thank you for
through the
coming,
beef.
bro.
Well,
Yeah, yo, you worked through the beef. Y'all are boys now.
This is for Val. And also, boo. You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? The psychological mind. That's what you got to do.
Yo, thank you so much, Ian. We love you. You're the fucking man, dude. We really appreciate you.
Yeah,
doing
thank you
this.
so much.
This is
So
Asana,
much fun.
Asana, it's good that we finally cleared this.
We finally cleared this.
Because I knew these bad looks was from.
Yeah,
I know I'm still gonna get them, but at least I know
now
why.
you know.
Yeah.
He'll always hold it against you. Bro. It's kind of crazy how long this guy can hold it.
Yeah.
I'll hold the grudge like you hold the keys.
See, he hasn't let it go. He has not let it go. Hilarious.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Yo. It's fun.